Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. Welcome to another banger match we got for you. Flameztear versus Rykic. Going to be a matchup for whoever gets the first seed in the J group of Tier 1. So we are excited to get that underway. And right here, right by my side for the commentator booth, I got iFlame. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. Excited to be here, back for the closing day of the group stage. We've got a lot of deciding matches today, and as you mentioned, this one is for first place, but does have big stakes, although both players are qualified. The winner of this match will play, I believe, Easy Chalk in the first round of the elimination stage, and whoever loses this match will have to play Thea, so potential very, very tough matchup in the next stage if he loses one.
Well, the rolls are already beginning, so let's just get straight into that. I'm pretty sure the pick and ban order is already underway. There is Flameztear winning the roll, so second ban will be going towards Rykic, and Flameztear with the second pick. And if you're looking at this pool Flame and their skill sets, what are you looking for?
And I think for RNG, you're going to look towards some of those HD and potentially some of those rating focus picks. I believe you've got the hidden 2, of course. The question I have is that no mod 5. I don't remember whether sorry, it's not RNG, it's Flameztear. So in that case, Flameztear, I believe, usually decent at the tapping picks, but different at the no mod 2. So we may instead see Rykic opting towards some of those speed GTs. We tend to see one player look towards the speed, look towards the tapping, and the other player will stick with some of the no mods and the rating. And we see here Flameztear banning out tapping and Rykic banning out rating. I think that's going to be the general trend we see in this match.
Yeah, and I'm not going to be surprised if Nomad 5 is going to be banned from either of these players. It is one of those maps where you have to memorize the circular horse race. And towards the Hard Rock side, most of these are going to be accuracy games, because these maps really low SR, considering that in the low star rating, all skill sets are relatively easy towards one another. And basically, if you're really strong on one skill set, the other opponent may be really good at that skill set on this lower SR. But we're still waiting for the second ban, and it's going to be a double hidden ban from Rykic. Does not want to deal with the hidden that Flameztear's skill set has. And the DTs are going to be available for the mechanical aspect.
Yeah, we might see the DT2 banned out here from Flameztear, which would mean the No Mod 5 is left open. And the one thing about that No Mod 5 map is if you have practiced it and taken the time to learn it, it's incredibly easy to full combo. So we'll see if either player took the time to actually learn that map, or whether it'll be banned out by Flameztear. Now, we've also seen it go completely untouched in a couple matches, so that may very well be the case as well. And I think one area that's going to be pretty contested between these two players are some of those Hard Rocks. I'm curious to see which player will be the first to opt into that mod category.
Yeah, I think that's enough of the pool. We have pretty much touched on every aspect. Another map that's going to be really interesting to see, Nomad 1. Really much the PP farms of the Nomads. 30 seconds of hell. DT2, yeah, Flame, you did opt for that DT2 ban coming in. And so we will have the potential to see a Nomad 5 be able to be picked during this match. And let's look at the board. Yeah, Hiddens 2 and 3 are banned. So Hidden 1 with only of the light tech consistency is going to be available, as well as that Nomad 2 streams, mechanics, and DT3, as well as that mechanical skill, all gone. So basically, this is going to be a pretty aimy match here.
Yeah, definitely could be with all those ones open. I think we're likely to see a hidden one first pick with considering those other two hiddens are banned out, but doesn't necessarily need to be picked this early on. Could
Oh my
also
goodness.
opt in. It's going to be the no mod 5 from Rykic, so we get this map early. The other thing is if both players hit the Cavalier and the slider, it just comes down to a spinner battle at the end. So we'll see which player can spin faster, assuming Flameztear has practiced the map as well.
I think there are specific combos where you can memorize to be able to hit that little top right angle to be able to obtain the 300. But hopefully, none of these players obtain a 100 by just hitting the circle. I don't think that's gonna be the case, but I think all the cases are gonna be. What? Rykic just hit 100.
That
It's
oh, Flameztear is missed though on the buzz slider, and that could be a win for Rykic. I mean, the map is probably just over unless we see Rykic miss on this slider, and this is pretty much the whole map. There is one reverse where we could see breaks, but both players have missed now actually, and it is anyone's game.
Yeah, with the combos being much the same, I think a little bit of an edge is towards Rykic as he had a little bit more combo throughout that beginning and holding that little buzz slider in the beginning. But there is one more, two more actually angled sliders. There is one coming up around 600 combo, I'm pretty sure, and it might come right now. Yeah, Flameztear does get caught by it. Rykic also breaks on a slider tick, so it is still equal amongst themselves. Flameztear is finding more breaks, but it is going to be very close if as soon as we get to the spinner. I am unsure who's winning this.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just going to Rykic. I don't think you can make up 60k points on the spinner. It's just been too many breaks from Flameztear. Finds another one to close this one out, and this will certainly be a first point for Rykic at this point.
100k too large. And it is going to be a first pick for Rykic, getting his own map pick. Up 1-0 on a really interesting map.
Very impressive spin for Flameztear, hitting 400 at certain points, but not nearly enough to make up that much of a difference. And a little bit surprised we didn't see that banned, considering neither player seemed super practiced on the map, but did work out as a first pick for Rykic. And now it is on Flameztear to find the next pick. He's going to opt into No Mod 3, so that last rating map left open. That's going to be kind of your alt focused reading map.
Yeah, the AR8 with all the overlapping doubles, back and forths. You have some a little bit of a rhythm section towards the end where a lot of players do get caught up in that. And so we are going to see combo going to be very important as well as accuracy. Most of these matches that have gone to a No Mod 3 always end up in an accuracy battle unless someone breaks at the very end, which is mostly where all the breaks end up.
Yeah, lots of places to miss. Somewhat of a rhythmic map as well, I believe. And this is going to be an important one. You really cannot afford to drop your own first pick when it's first to 5 especially. If you give up an early break point, the other player can just run away with it. And it's a pretty slow map to start us off. I think it's not until about quarter, maybe a little bit farther of the way in where you start to get into the really tricky patterns. You got these kind of back and forth triple sections that tend to be some of the earlier points that we see players break on.
Yeah, the accuracy game really well on the side of Flameztear, dropping 100s, but you're going to be really comfortable in the ending if you both of you hold the FCs. But this is where the rhythm is going to come a little in clutch for these players if they learned the map. Flameztear drops a bunch of 100s on that burst section. Closes the gap. It's closing even more with those 100s, but both players dropping accuracy is going to equalize it. And Rykic with a little bit of advantage. Accuracies are mirrored against each other. And so until we get into the more rhythmic section and more of the overlapping section, it's going to be a little bit close here.
Yeah, and both players have had no trouble with those triple overlaps so far. They both dropped some accuracy, but still anyone's game right now. This is not a map that you expect both players to FC. Here we go into another tricky overlapping section, but both players holding strong. It's just an accuracy battle, and currently that accuracy battle is being won by Flameztear as Rykic drops another couple of 100s, following farther and farther behind, but Flameztear drops quite a few back, and now it's only a 10,000 point difference with half the map to go.
Half the map to go, but there is one more tricky section to be able to be hit. Breaks could come at any moment right now. We've seen some shit misses at this part, unfortunately. But both of these players amazing at the Nomad 5 low AR. Flameztear above an entire percentage, maybe just a little bit more. Hundreds drop from both players into a little bit of a hexagon type part, but we are so close into that tricky section. These overlaps can't take anybody, but both of these players, hundreds drop from Flameztear, closes the gap with accuracy, but Rykic, he's dropping even more hundreds.
Yeah, now it's 1.5% nearly the accuracy difference. This is well in favor of Flameztear, and if we don't see a big accuracy drop out of Flameztear, I think Rykic is going to have to rely on a miss into the ending. Does find 100, but it's not nearly enough as that is traded back by Rykic. The question now is, can Flameztear hold on into the very ending? Rykic finds the miss, and that is going to be it. Well, Flameztear does trade it back, drops a ton of 100s as well, but 50,000 seems like Flameztear has just barely done enough, and Flameztear should be able to secure the first point here.
Could have been really scary if Rykic had some a little bit more combo or some accuracy, because considering the accuracy department for Flameztear is a little stronger in the number 5. Both players made it a really close battle, but accuracy being the name of the game for this map right here gives Flameztear the win.
Yeah, both players missing right around the same section there towards the end, and but in the end, Flameztear gonna be very happy to keep this match even. I think we're likely to see Rykic now look towards those TTs. More likely something like the DT3. I think the DT1 pick would be a little bit riskier because it's not that tapping focused map, and although it is still DT, it's kind of just an aim focused DT map. And it's going to be the Hard Rock 2 instead. We are getting Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah, going to be some of that linear type aim Hard Rock. Very popular in the 5-digit scene. I've played this many times, seen this many times, played, stream, all that kind of stuff. It's really mostly your default aim Hard Rock 2. Many slow sections to just have a little break and clear off your nerves if you need to. One of the shorter maps of the pool, I think. Medium duration, of course, being your circle 6.5 as the Hard Rock 2 precision. But we are having a little bit of a trajectory towards this map. There's going to be some surprises along the way. What is happening?
Yeah, I think Rykic seems to be playing without Hard Rock according to the client. So everything is inverse, but as the client catches up, we do see that both players are still holding their combos. We see Rykic once again falling a fair bit behind in accuracy. Now it's still early, so we do expect that accuracy to even out a little bit, but you're not going to feel bad about an early accuracy lead of that much. Flameztear, very impressive accuracy to start. Now this one is deceptively easy to miss on. There are no super tricky patterns until the very ending, which is incredibly difficult, and I think it's very possible that both these players are able to hold their combos until that kind of last section of the map where it gets you know, it's the shyest surprise, really, where we tend to see a lot of misses. And that's not until the last quarter of the map, so we might just be having an accuracy battle until then.
The accuracy battle, Flameztear has always had the edge on the accuracy battle throughout these maps. Even on that Nomad 5, not really on the accuracy department, but for mainly the mechanics and mainly normal maps, accuracy department well in his hands. Speaking of that shy surprise, yeah, the many people break on that pattern due to it not having follow-up points. I think the reading aspect of that part, you need to be able to just look at the circles correctly. It's a little bit of a reading diff if you can't hit the shy surprise, but we are close to it. The shy surprise is going to come soon. Is anyone going to get captured by it?
That is the question. Here we go. Both players looking strong early on. Rykic will likely need a miss from Flameztear, but Flameztear is looking so good on the map, but the map really picks up in intensity here. Accuracy, 1% difference, and there's the miss from Flameztear. Rykic is going to be able to come back, hasn't found that same miss, and the score flips back over instantly. There is still time for Rykic to find a miss, but Flameztear may not have the combo to recover. Rykic does find the miss. The question now is, can Flameztear come back? And the answer will be no. Rykic wins a second point and is going to go up 2-1.
A potential break point was able to be obtained. Flameztear, valiant effort from him to try and steal this point right under from Rykic's nose. But Rykic holding a little bit more combo throughout the ending is just going to give you a little bit more score. And yeah, the Shy Surprise catching victims one by one as they fall to that pattern.
Yeah, everybody has been dropping to the Shy Surprise. It's claimed many victims, as you said. Hidden One, unsurprisingly, going to be the next pick for Flameztear with those other two hidden banned out. Hidden One seems like a very strong pick. I believe this is just going to be your aim consistency hidden pick with some tech as well, but it's very light on the tech. So I don't think either player will struggle with that too much.
None of these players were going to struggle. We do have a little bit of rhythm aspect as these doubles going into some sliders. It does catch a lot of people's combos if you're not aware of it. Hidden is a really gimmicky mod for this type of stuff because you need to be able to have that reading aspect to be able to hit these doubles. Yes, there is a bit of aim control, but it is mainly going to be light tech consistency. Nothing too special about this map, but combo along the way can be so dangerous if you're early missing.
Yeah. And we do see Rykic with the very early accuracy advantage this time around. And as I say that, drops a ton of 100s and loses the accuracy advantage. So that will remain in favor of Flameztear. But so far, it's not really been an accuracy battle. We have seen it come down to misses at the very end of the map. This map, 2 minutes and 50 seconds. So a bit more consistency focused than previous maps. We'll have to see if any earlier misses comes up, because this doesn't have the same spike at the end. It's a little bit more consistent in difficulty, and we'll see how long these players can hold on for. Flameztear with the first miss of the map. Remember, it is Flameztear's pick, so it would be pretty devastating to give up a break point here as Rykic continues to hold.
And that break on the bus slider is going to give Rykic lots of leeway to get some combo, and then Flameztear just give him more room than he should have. Rykic, the robbery is in for tonight. The heist is on as Flameztear is just dropping the ball, but Rykic, that diamond is on the ground now, and Flameztear is able to recover a little bit. That combo is not big enough to be able to grab some sort of advantage, but it is something. And now with misses just keep dropping left and right from both players. The hidden rhythm and aspect is catching all these players off guard. Rykic with another miss, but he's going to be in an advantage towards this very end, and Bancho is positive.
Yeah, it's only 50,000 points though. It's far from an insurmountable lead. Flameztear has a very small combo advantage. Says Flameztear, but Flameztear very much still in this one. We do need to see a miss coming out of Rykic because 30 combo advantage is nothing, but if Rykic misses on this kind of last PI section, Flameztear will have enough time and enough combo to come back. That being said, Flameztear will have to hold the combo for pretty much the rest of the map in order to make a comeback.
Yeah, and it's a little dangerous in this ending section. A lot of buzz sliders to get through. Hundreds drop from both players, but it equalizes out because both of them drop the same amount of hundreds. Combo towards this ending section shouldn't be hard for both of these players, but that combo looks a little dangerous if Rykic keep dropping the hundreds, and that miss gives so much advantage to Flameztear. It's a heist for the century. You might need to get your pick point right into your pocket and not get that break point, and Flameztear is doing just that. Flameztear with a little recovery combo gives a little bit of magic to himself and gets his own point back.
Successful heist indeed, and that has been the trend so far in this match. We have seen so many maps be incredibly close. This one, no different, and we're certainly in for a good match. This might be one of the most evenly matched matches we've had all tournament.
Just looking at these scores, only on one miss from Flameztear. Unfortunately, some slider breaks coming in through that beginning. A lot of hundreds dropped from Rykic, which is giving so much leeway for people to just with the advantage. So yeah, great job from both of these players, but we are not done yet. 4 more pickable maps to go, and that tiebreaker hype is just getting a little bit more closer. No mod 1.
Well, it's RNG time.
Wait,
Oh,
no
that's
mod
not Nomad 1. Temp 2. There we go. That's Nomad 1.
That's
It is
Nomad 1.
Jimmy Neutron theme, and this is your 50-second jump spam PP farm map. And it has been very much an RNG map.
Referee hasn't switched the map yet.
Oh.
Okay, there we go.
There we go.
The 1 is picked from Rykic, so straight into our RNG aspect of one of the maps. Nomad 4 also being RNG, this is also one of those maps too. 30 seconds of PP farm. It's going to be wild, and considering 130 BPM is this song, you're gonna see cross screen hell across 30 seconds of the map. And literally any miss in this map or any 100 gives your opponent so much room to work, as that score lead drops by like 40k if an 100 wires 2 different maps showcased.
Just more client things. The client doesn't want the match to go on. There's a lot of misses, all of them fake, as this map is not going to be about the accuracy. It's going to be about whoever misses into the ending. And there's a miss from Rykic. Flameztear has a chance to get the first break point, but Flameztear finds a miss as well. Rykic with not much advantage though, and I think it's going to be a break point for Flameztear. There's one slider in the end, but 150,000 point difference, in Flameztear with a break point makes it 3-2, and now with a chance to make it 4 if Flameztear can find the correct pick.
Yeah, Flameztear, it's not that unexpected that this is gonna become a break point or not. Nomad 1 being 30 seconds in a PP farm, RNG as heck, as well as a Fiery Rage map being that really linear cross screen type jump map. And it is going to be the Nomad 4 that was supposedly going to be that pick, but right into our really long 5-minute Nomad 4 light tech map.
Yeah, and I think light tech, I don't know if you could even really call it tech all that much. It is technically speaking tech, but it's tech from like 2015. The sliders are going to be incredibly easy for both of these players. There aren't any like crazy technical patterns the players will have a tough time on. It's really going to be more of a consistency test. We shouldn't see anyone getting caught out on, you know, any specific difficult patterns. It's going to be a test of, can you play a map for 5 whole minutes without missing?
Map starts off really slow in 2 sections of the map around this section as well as the halfway point, and then it is pretty consistent throughout the entirety of the map. Last key eye is pretty much a mirror of the first key eye, so what you're going to be seeing is pretty symmetrical and pretty linear in difficulty. Nothing too increasing, nothing too progressive, just plain old light tech Nomad 4.
Very slow start to the map as well, so this one could very well be an accuracy battle because the map is so long. If we do see a 2-3% accuracy difference, it's going to be all that much more impactful, assuming we don't see any major breaks at the midway point of this map. So for now, it is going to be Rykic with the accuracy lead, and you see the patterns are nothing crazy for players of this caliber.
The accuracy drops are really concerning from both of these players already in the beginning of the map. Unsure how this first key eye will be going for both of these players, but yeah, accuracy department, it's going to be a really huge game if these FCs are still being held. There is some sections that are really comboable, but really breakable due to the slider buzz and some of these overlapping streams, as well as some cut streams that do come some way throughout the map. But into this build up, let's see if anyone breaks before this second key eye.
Yep, this is going to be the first real test of the map. Flameztear, Rykic, can they both hold on, or will one of them find a drop here? Both players hitting the back and forth. nailing the streams. Flameztear dropping a lot of 100s though, will fall behind Rykic in the accuracy, and both players will continue to look strong on this No Mod 4. It very well could just come down to an accuracy battle at the end of the map. That continues to favor Rykic as Flameztear does drop another 100, now traded back by Rykic. And I think things are going to be pretty steady after this PI section as both players get through it pretty flawlessly so far.
Flawless indeed, not a speck of dust on both of these players' games. But Rykic does have a little bit of dirt on his game right now. Accuracy drops from him, a ton of it, as he drops down to 96% territory. But 98% Flameztear, that's his crown to hold. And accuracy is going to be well on his side. But now we are done one of the bigger KIs. And so a little bit of free combo until we get into our second and really big KI of this map. There is 2K combo and a little bit more in this map. So it is going to be battle of consistency, but here we go. Back and forths. This stream can contain some victims. Nobody loses to that combo, and it is going to be smooth sailing for both of these players. But now into more of the consistency parts where the aiming is going to be a little bit more like a No Mod 1, but it is still like a slider aspect.
Yeah, and so far, it's been Rykic to find quite a few more 100s, down by a full 1% accuracy now, and this far into the map, 1% accuracy is really tough to make up unless we see Flameztear really start to struggle with some of these patterns. Both players hit the back and forths as well, and both players showing incredible consistency so far, but this is a long map. There is still a minute left to go. There is still time to find breaks, but with no breaks, it may just go the way of Flameztear, which would put them on match point. Both players hitting that last incredibly tricky pattern. I don't think the map gets any harder from here on out, and actually this one might be going Flameztear's way unless we see an unprecedented drop.
There's one more buzz slider that is able to take a victim, but Rykic, you gotta stop dropping 100. It's a little bit dangerous in this territory for you. But yeah, it does not get any harder from here. It actually gets so much easier. It's pretty much the same pattern. Still a really techy section. Both players do hit the 5-note really spaced burst right there. And so both players are going to obtain the FC, but the build up to the break and the last section. Rykic, that's going to be the break, and that definitely gives Flameztear his win on No Mod 4. And Flameztear holding his FC strong, 98.7% accuracy, a wonderful FC into his back pocket, as well as a map win. Wonderful stuff from Flameztear, valiant effort from Rykic. A heist was not in the books for Rykic, but it was close indeed.
Yep. And that's going to be match point for Flameztear. Does still have quite a few options available. Curious if Flameztear wants to go for something like the Hard Rock 3. Keep in mind that there are no hidden maps left. There are no reading maps left with that No Mod 3 having been picked away. And so I guess the one hope for Rykic is that Flameztear doesn't necessarily have as obvious of a pick at this point in the match. So we'll see what Rykic or what Flameztear opts into.
Yeah, we're looking at the pool. 2 S ranks for both players. Unfortunate side break a kick. But speaking of the pool right now, I think we are mainly available on DTs and Hard Rock. DT1, DT3 still being available, as well as Hard Rock 1 and Hard Rock 3. So we could see another Camellia map be played on this stage right now. So Hard Rock 3 being that Ulti-Tech, not Ulti-Tech, excuse me, like Ulti-Tech, a little bit of 1-6 rhythm, and a really flowy aim controlling map, as well as that Hard Rock 1 being pretty consistent throughout the entire map. One of the most banger songs of all time being The Police, Everything Little Things She Does. But
that's a weird one. I should correct myself as well. That was not a breakpoint. The last map was a breakpoint, so this will still be Rykic's pick before Flameztear's pick. After that, of course, giving up one more breakpoint will spend the end, but I would love to see every little thing she does as magic. That would be a classic, but we're going to get DT1 instead. I'm a little surprised to see the DT1 over the DT3 from Rykic, considering the DT3 is more tapping focused, but I guess Rykic not feeling comfortable on that, and instead we're going to get some more aim, but this time fast aim.
Yeah, it's pretty fast aim considering the BPM of this map, 150 possibly to the 230 BPM sections. This is a map that doesn't have any difficulty progression until we get into the bridge, where it becomes more of a mechanic show than a DT consistency show. But 10.2 AR, pretty sure both of these players can reach this high of an AR. If Rykic is able to pick this, very comfortable on that map, I expect him to be. But yeah, really consistent. This map really shows you from the beginning what it's really going to be about.
Yep, not super long, 2 minutes and 10 seconds. This one, we have seen quite a few FCs on a map like this, so certainly would not be unheard of, but throughout this match, the trend has been very high combos into the end of the map, and then breaks at the very end to decide it. We'll see if that continues to be the case here, or whether we'll see a couple of full combos. Both players looking incredibly good in terms of accuracy so far, both above 99, but Flameztear ever so slightly behind, but 0.3 is going to not be insurmountable by any means, as we're almost halfway through the map. Actually, neither player has found a miss. Both players absolutely nailing those bursts perfectly. There's a miss from Rykic though, and actually this could be the end.
The end is near. The sword right into his throat, but Flameztear breaks. He misses a swing and he misses. Rykic has a little bit of leeway here. The pick is not gone so far, but now into the techie section, not the techie section, bursty section, excuse me. But Rykic has a little bit of a combo advantage. Combos are pretty much the same, but accuracy well into Flameztear's side. It is so close, but Rykic's finding another drop, and that's probably dropping your entire match on the floor. Flameztear needs to hit these last jumps, and I'm pretty sure that's going to guarantee the point unless Flameztear finds something wrong here.
Yeah, it would need to be multiple misses from Flameztear, probably 4 or 5, but there's just not that much time left in the map, and one last miss from Rykic is going to do it, and Flameztear will be taking this match 5-2. Very impressive performance from both players. Rykic played a very good match. I think lost multiple maps by less than 50,000 points, so despite the score being 5-2, this one could have gone either way. Rykic, now just cursor dancing, knows it is over. And as a reminder, both players are still qualified for the final stage. What this means is that Flameztear will secure first place in this group and will be moving on to play against Easy Chalk in the first round of the next stage, whereas Rykic will have a very tough match up against Thea. So some challenging matches ahead for both players.
Yeah, great map.
I would. Interestingly, both Thea and Easy Chalk went 2-1 in their group. So it's not actually clear which one is the tougher matchup so far in this tournament. I think it's going to be largely dependent on the pool at the time. You know, Easy Chalk very good on a much more reading and focus pool. So we'll have to see how that turns out. But I don't think it certainly could be worse in terms of first matches.
We got a lineup of matches coming your way at tier 1, H1, Group H, excuse me. It's going to be Welter versus All Decks at 8 seed versus 25 at 20 UTC, which is about in 30 minutes. We also have 3 more matches being vetoed versus Myjiro McQueen, as well as on that Group C in the tier 2, and another tier 2 match in the Group N, Ethan Trix versus Nessie. Going to be 3 formidable matches to watch. Hopefully, you can get all 3 of them streamed by then.
Let's hope so. Well, we will be back in 30 minutes with a couple more matches for you guys. So stay tuned, and we'll see you soon.
In the bottle, it's Nicky full throttle. it's swimming in the grotto, we winning in the lotto, we dipping in the pot of blue photo. Hitting so good, it's dripping on wood, get a ride in the engine that could go. Batman robbing it, bang bang cocking it, Queen Nicki dominant, prominent. It's me, Jesse and Ari. If they test me, they sorry. Riders up like a Harley, then pull off in this Ferrari. If he hanging, we banging. Phone ringing, he slanging. It ain't karaoke night, but get the mic 'cause I'm singing. B to the A, to the N to the G. B to the A, to the N to the G. Hey. See anybody coming good to you? You need a back up on your mind, Okay.風よ鳴り響け願うの